I sit at my desk. The office is quiet. The light is cold and white. Papers are all over my desk. I type on the keyboard. My eyes feel heavy. My head hurts. It is late at night. I hear a sound. My phone is ringing. I look at the screen. It is my mom. I answer the call. Her voice is weak. She says, "I feel sick." My heart stops for a second. I say, "Are you okay?" She whispers, "No." I feel very weak. I press my hand on my chest. I want to stand up right now, but I look at the papers again. I say, "Mom, drink some water. Please rest. I will call you again soon." She says, "Okay." Then she hangs up. I sit there. The office feels even colder. I look at the clock. It is almost midnight. I think, my mom is alone. She is sick. But then I think, my boss needs this work tonight. I feel torn. My fingers move on the keyboard again, but my heart is not in the work. I see my mom's face in my mind. She is lying in bed, alone. Her hand is on her forehead. She is calling for me. I shake my head. I say to myself, "Stay strong. Just finish this, then go." But I feel guilty. I feel small. The office is silent, but inside me there is a storm. I type more lines, but the words blur on the screen. I wipe my eyes. My phone lies on the desk. I touch it, but I do not call again. I am scared. I am scared to hear her voice weaker than before. I lean back in my chair. The chair makes a soft sound. I look at the ceiling light. It feels too bright. It burns my eyes. I close them for a moment. I take a deep breath. I whisper, "What should I do?" The night feels endless. The papers wait. The screen glows. And my mom waits too. I sit between two worlds, and I cannot move. The clock ticks. I keep typing. The words look empty. My hands feel cold. I hear footsteps. My boss walks past my desk. He stops and looks at me. He says, "I need this work tonight." His voice is sharp. I nod quickly. I say, "Yes, I know." He looks at the papers. Then he walks away. My heart feels heavy. I want to say, "My mom is sick." But my lips do not move. I stay silent. I feel trapped. My phone lights up again. It is a message from my mom. She writes, "I feel worse." I bite my lip. I hold the phone tight. I want to run out right now. But I look at the screen in front of me. The report is not done. A friend from work passes by. Her name is Anna. She stops and looks at me. She says, "You look pale." I try to smile. I say, "I am fine." But she shakes her head. She says, "You are not fine." "What is wrong?" I whisper, "My mom is sick." She is alone at home. Her eyes grow wide. She says, "Then why are you here?" Her voice is soft, but it feels like a hit in my chest. I look down at my desk. I cannot answer. Anna puts her hand on my arm. She says, "Work is not life. Your mom is life." I feel tears in my eyes. I blink fast. I shake my head and say, "I cannot go. The boss needs this." Anna sighs. She says, "Sometimes you must choose, and sometimes the choice is clear." Then she walks away. I sit there, frozen. Her words stay in my head. I feel like I am standing in two worlds. One world is full of papers, cold lights, and tired faces. The other world is warm but fragile, with my mom waiting for me. I feel pulled in both directions. The clock ticks again. I feel the weight of every second. I think of my boss's voice. I think of my mom's weak whisper. I think of Anna's eyes. I hold my head in my hands. My chest feels tight. The night grows deeper. The office is still. But inside me the noise grows louder. I whisper to myself, "What if I lose her? What if I lose my job?" I cannot answer. I am stuck. Two worlds. And one heart breaking. I sit at my desk. My fingers rest on the keyboard. But I do not type. My mind is loud. Two voices fight inside me. One voice says, "Stay. Finish the work. This voice sounds like my boss. It says, do not fail. Do not risk your job. It is cold. It is strict. The other voice says, go. Be with your mum. This voice sounds like her. It says, I need you. I am weak. I am alone. It is soft. It is warm. I press my hands on my face. I feel hot tears. I look at the screen. The report waits. But I cannot see the words anymore. They blur like water. I stand up. My legs shake. I walk to the window. The city lights shine in the dark. Cars move far below. The night feels heavy. I whisper, what should I do? No one answers. The office is silent. The world outside is silent too. Only my heart makes noise. I remember Anna's words. Work is not life. Your mom is life. Her voice plays in my head again and again. I press my hand on the cold glass of the window. I feel small. I feel weak. But I also feel something strong inside me. I turn back to my desk. I look at the papers. I look at my phone. I take a deep breath. I grab my coat. My phone rings again. I answer fast. It is Mom. Her voice is lower now. She says, I am in pain. I close my eyes. I say, I am coming. I hang up. I put the papers in a pile. I push the chair back. The sound echoes in the quiet office. I walk fast to the door. My heart beats hard. I whisper, I must go. For the first time tonight, I feel clear. I know the risk. I know the price. But I know the choice too. And I walk out. I run down the street. The air is cold. My shoes hit the ground hard. My breath is fast. I keep saying to myself, please be okay. Please be okay. The city lights blur as I move. I wave for a taxi. The driver looks at me. I say, home, please. Fast. He nods. The car moves quickly. My hands shake in my lap. I press my phone tight. I want to call Mom again, but I am too scared. The ride feels long. Every second hurts. I look out the window. Shadows pass. The world feels empty. At last the car stops. I pay the driver. I run to the door. My hands fumble with the key. I push the door open. The house is dark. It is too quiet. I whisper, Mom? No answer. I step inside. The floor creaks under my feet. My chest feels tight. I walk to her room. The door is half open. I push it slowly. The room is still. The lamp glows soft on the table. Mom is in bed. Her eyes are closed. Her face looks pale. I whisper again, Mom? This time she stirs. Her eyes open a little. She looks at me. A weak smile forms. She says, You came. Tears run down my face. I drop my bag on the floor. I sit beside her bed. I take her hand. Her skin feels cold, but her hand holds mine. I say, I am here. Her eyes close again, but her hand stays in mine. I sit there, quiet. I listen to her slow breath. The silence is heavy, but it feels different now. It is not the silence of the office. It is not the silence of fear. It is the silence of love. I lean close and whisper, I am sorry I was late. I will stay, I promise. She does not speak, but her lips move into a small smile. I press her hand to my face. I let my tears fall. In that moment, the papers, the boss, the office, all of it disappears. There is only her. There is only us. Morning comes. Soft light fills the room. I sit beside Mom's bed. Her hand is still in mine. I did not sleep, but I do not feel tired. I only feel calm. Mom opens her eyes slowly. She looks at me. Her voice is weak but clear. She says, You stayed. I smile through tears. I say, Yes, I will not leave you. She closes her eyes again. Her breath is steady. I feel relief. I stroke her hand gently. I whisper, Rest, Mom. I am here. Then my phone rings. The sound makes me jump. I see the name on the screen. It is my boss. My heart stops. I think, he is angry. He will fire me. My hand shakes as I answer. I say, Hello. His voice comes, but it is softer than before. He says, I finished the work for you. I blink. I say, You did? He says, yes. Do not worry. Take care of your mom. For a moment I cannot speak. I expect anger. I expect blame. But instead I hear kindness. My chest feels warm. I whisper, Thank you. He says, Family first. Work can wait. Then he hangs up. I stare at the phone. I feel light, almost like I can breathe again. I turn to Mom. She is watching me now. Her eyes shine even though she is weak. She asks, Was that work? I nod. I say, yes. He understands. She smiles. She says, Love is stronger than work. Her words hit my heart. My tears fall again, but this time they feel gentle. I hold her hand tighter. I say, Yes, Mom. Love is stronger. The room is quiet, but it is not empty. It is full of something warm and real. I feel small, but I also feel strong. I chose love. And love chose me back.